Listen.
I hate this generation. I live in the era of Netflix and chill that counts as a date. And some people referring to dating someone as talking. I live in an era where courting seems to be extinct. And I live in an era of not wanting a title, but still wanting relationship benefits.
You can kiss her, you can hug her, you can tell her that you love her. But your bitch ain't your bitch, bro.
Dating is just brutal for most guys. I think the best time to date would have been maybe late 90s, early 2000s, when you still had to physically meet people in person. If you thought a girl was cute at a bar, you had to go up and speak to her. But let's say you went to Barcelona one year and you had a nice little few-week fling with a girl, and you come back a few years later, you still have her email, you can communicate, and you can still get in touch or call her. I think now, with the way the world is, it's brutal.
It's cold out there, bro.
It's a fucking world.
It's cold out.
In the olden days, someone gets your number, calls you up, and you arrange to meet. You go to a movie, have dinner, enjoy the night and go home. Then he calls again. It wouldn't have occurred to any woman back then that she would also see other guys, exclusivity, and that she should sleep with him straight away. But if she did make out, or slept with him, he'd still want to see her the next day. Sometimes it didn't work out, but those women enjoyed the dates, at least I think, because it was just fun to go out and spend a night with someone, learn about them and talk and laugh. Now, dates are less likely because ghosting is rampant, and most women probably cancel before the day, or lately, for me anyway, have no plans, so men end up making plans and booking for them, and then men sort of lose interest because they think, why bother asking a woman out that's not putting any effort into it? It just feels very cold nowadays. No laughter, mystery or fun. I'm not someone who texts a lot, so I do like meeting people to get a feel for them. I sense that today, it's not okay to meet, and texting for weeks to months is the norm before meeting. Men have been trying to be patient and accept that for a long time, but honestly I don't know how people sustain texting for weeks and months. I'm sure that's so enough, a lot of men will say. Fuck it. In 2024. The chances of a relationship developing seem much slimmer. You can get dates and hit on people, but the odds they are dating and sleeping with multiple people and not focused on one encounter is much higher. It's easier to get laid fast, but the long-term potential is shot to shit. The odds of heartbreak when you're starting to like someone is higher. The odds of liking someone are lower. I think more women view men as commodities, and so many men allow them to be just another option that the power has fully shifted to women sexually and emotionally. That's great for fuckboys, but not those of us that would like a best friend we can also sleep with. I threw the towel in a year ago. I know there are good ones out there, but as one gets older we have less time to turn over rocks with serious auditing and life goals. The current environment is great for meaningless sex, but behind that, it's hard to navigate. Personally, I think it's gotten so much worse, and the disposable nature of dating apps like Tinder, where you are encouraged to snap judge a person based on their minimal and highly curated profile, only serves to exaggerate the lack of connection required to form a meaningful relationship with someone. Online dating has become much more photo-based and less profile-based, just in the last 10 years. I did online dating as a college student in the 2010s. I remember answering a bunch of compatibility questions like, how long would you like to know someone before having sex? Is religion important to you? Would you date someone with different political beliefs? And then I was matched with people whose questions resembled mine. Now it's all about swiping. It seems more superficial now. Back in the day, there were steps between meeting and becoming an official boyfriend or girlfriend. Steps like first date, second date, third date, first kiss, first time having sex, first time spending the night, meeting friends, and many more. Nowadays, it feels like there are fewer steps between meeting and being in a relationship. I've had so many friends who meet a guy, they begin hanging out or having sex or sleeping over at his place, meet the parents, and then are official, without having gone on a single date. People also use phrases like, we have a thing, and we're talking. Back in the day, people would say, I'm dating him, or I'm going out with him. In the 90s, it was normal to be dating someone, and you didn't hear from them for a couple of days. There wasn't this constant flow of communication. Texting was not a thing, so you couldn't continue to hold a conversation constantly while you went about your life. If you wanted to talk, you called and talked, and then you hung up and went on with life. Today, there's this expectation of always texting back within a fairly short period of time. Good morning texts, good night texts. It's invasive. It's no wonder young people today have more issues with anxiety. They don't get to put down their relationships and be a person on their own, like ever. Well, with more dating apps now, people are less wanting to meet in person. More texting, fewer meetings. 2011 was when everything changed due to Instagram. I remember it like it was yesterday. How? It widened the market, and a girl now has access to guys from all over the world, and you'll never understand this unless you either have a friend who shows you her Instagram, or you carry out your own experiment. Before this, we had a lot of fun. People met in person, and coffee shops in the early to mid-2000s were a hit, where bars and clubs were for hookups. Sometimes you double-dipped, meaning you went to the coffee shop at 7 p.m. to meet people. If you had no plans, then went out to clubs afterwards. Dating was nowhere near as bad for average dudes in the late 90s to mid-2000s. Plenty of guys met someone, and if they wanted to settle down, then that's what happened. Again, the illusion of choice didn't exist, so people were very cognizant that, hey, if this person is good enough, I'm going the distance. I truly feel sorry for you young guys nowadays. I see and hear everything that's going on, and if I was in my 20s, no way I would stay in the West. That's all I have to say, not a chance. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.